congratulating each other for how hard everyone's working, and I'm thoroughly disappointed that the CAC is not really reflective of the community that uses the library. And even in my being placed on the CAC, there was a vetting process at the main library, the central library, and at that meeting, the $300 million to work that needs to be done in all the libraries, we were told that that was going to come from the sale. So $52 million just seems like a drop in the bucket. I'm really concerned about the community process. I mean, it was decided that you're going to do this, and you put your foot on the pedal. And we saw a presentation, I think, in the spring, and the CAC never met again. And I'm very disturbed by that. I wrote a letter to our borough president, and I was unaware actually that the library is in Senator Montgomery's district. I assumed it was Senator Squadron. I never got a response from one elected official about it, but the concern to me is that so much of the community is against the sale of this library for more housing. I think that if you look in DUMBO, Brooklyn Bridge Park, everything has become a development site, and for justification for something. Pay for the park, it's no longer a park. We actually alienated parkland. It goes on and on and on, and there's not the infrastructure to support more housing. And I disagree, respectfully disagree about Clinton Street needing to be enlivened. I mean, I don't think the community ever really thought that it would cost $9 million to put a new recognition in the Brooklyn Public Library.
So let me address a couple things.
Okay.
At the micro level and the macro level. So
Sure.
first, just because it's the last thing you said about the air conditioning. The air conditioning doesn't cost $9 million. The air conditioning costs $3+ million to fix. And in fact, you're not the first person who's disbelieved that.
Louder.
I said you're not the first person to disbelieve that number. Councilman Levin also had some questions about that, and himself went to the agency that does our construction, and in fact learned firsthand that yes, that is actually a rather conservative number for what was required just for the air conditioning. There are other issues with the building, and when all of the issues were added up, it comes to $9 million. Actually, it's over $9 million. But that is a very micro or very sort of tactical issue, as opposed to some of the bigger matters that you raised about community participation and community sentiment about the goals of this particular project. First of all, there is quite a lengthy project that we will go through that allows for community participation at many steps along the way. And I see Peter's got this great Euler chart in front of him. I don't know if you want to walk us through this, Peter, but there are many opportunities for community.
I know what you're saying, but anyone can just look at Dock Street, and it's almost as if once ULURP starts, if it's going to be certified in ULURP, it's going to happen, and the community really doesn't have much chance in stopping a project.